If you ask most gamers why are they maining any particular platform, they would say the reason why this particular platform is my main is because of the games. Yes, games dictate whether you would main a platform or not. But not only games, but what kind of specials, what kind of deals that particular platform has for you as the consumer, what you are getting from the platform. Yes, that is understandable. Well, let me just say that if you have mained the Xbox platform, if you have mained the Xbox ecosystem, it goes without saying that you are eating good. Yes, I mean it. You are really, really eating.
Fried catfish, yams, collard green, mac and cheese, cornbread. These are braised oxtail, and these are neck bone.
Now, Sony fans, ponies, for the best part of 6 months, what has Sony given you guys? What substance, when it comes to first party content, did Sony bestow on you ponies? Well, I can answer that question.
There's no games! There's no games on it! There's nothing! It's a Netflix box! There's nothing! There's no games on this! The best thing about this is the controller, so you can play like Dark Souls on it. There is no games on this thing. There's nothing.
PlayStation.
Yes, instead of producing great first-party content for their consumers, Sony has opted for relying on third-party developers. Yes, Sony is heavily dependent on third-party development to give developers to give the platform games and to see what exclusive deals they could strike with these third-party developers. Really and truly, Sony is not doing for these ponies. Instead, these ponies are dancing their life off every day to appease Sony on Twitter. What are these ponies doing, man? What are these ponies doing? The fact of the matter is, Xbox consumers are really eating good because of all the things Xbox is giving us right now to consume. Last year they started off with Hellblade 2, and although it was a niche game, it really did a great job in showing Series X and S users what the console is capable of. This game was one of the best looking games, not only in 2024 but also this year. Hellblade 2 really was a masterpiece when it comes to visuals. That being said, Hellblade is not going unnoticed, although it is a year old at this point. Hellblade 2 is still receiving nominees. As a matter of fact, at BAFTA, it is receiving the most nominees. According to Pure Xbox, Hellblade 2 gets more nominations than any other game at the BAFTA Awards 2025. So yes, so all the work the devs would have put in to make Hellblade 2 one of the best looking games ever, it's actually now going to be awarded. So I mean, these are the type of games that are going into Game Pass. Games that are winning awards, games that are multi-million-dollar franchises. Yes, but it's not only Hellblade 2 that is seeing success on an Xbox platform. We even had another quality game coming to Game Pass, and that is Stalker 2. Stalker 2 did wonderful so far because the official Stalker 2 Twitter is saying that Stalker 2 had 6 million players worldwide, which is huge. Now, we recall that Stalker 2 did sell 1.4 million copies of Stalker 2 on Steam. Yes, Steam alone saw 1.4 million. That would leave 4.6 million that was either played or purchased on the Xbox platform. Wowzers. Now, it just goes to show how these quality games are coming onto Game Pass. Another thing I must say, I did remember these ponies saying that Stalker 2 only had a 3-month window, but so far the 3 months is up and we are not seeing any indication that Stalker 2 is going to, the PlayStation platform. Let me just tell these ponies.
Okay. Is that your son?
No, I just bought this baby cash.
And in addition to that, let's talk about Avowed, because Avowed release, and Avowed is seeing some great success so far as well. We are seeing that Avowed boosts 5.9 million players in the first month, leaving Indiana Jones 1.9 million behind. Yes, so Avowed was doing very well. A lot of persons were playing Avowed on the Xbox Series consoles. Although the Xbox community is split down the middle when it comes to Avowed, Avowed did see some big numbers. 5.9 million monthly players came onto Avowed. We saw that the search volume for it was higher than Indiana Jones. We also saw that it ranked 36 out of all the games played. We also seen that the Steam peak was higher than Indiana Jones. So when you put all of this together, we could safely say that Avowed was a success, not only to boost players, but also when it comes to sales. Now, Obsidian have a hit on their hands here. Now, what would they do next? We'll have to wait and see. But so far, Game Pass is killing it. Yes, Microsoft is really giving anyone who is subscribed to Game Pass even more value. But Xbox is not stopping. We are seeing that there is another game, a timed exclusive, which is Mecha Brick. That is what is playing on your screen right now. That would be a time exclusive for the Xbox platform. Now, I know there are some perks that will be given for those who are on Game Pass. However, this game is not coming to Game Pass, but it's a timed exclusive for the Xbox platform. But there is another game coming to Game Pass, and that is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Yes, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 is coming to Xbox Game Pass day one. So if it is you like this style of game where you go grinding rails and so forth, Tony Hawk is for you. This is coming to Game Pass day one. So when these PlayStation fans, Nintendo fans are paying full price for it, anyone who is on Xbox would be playing it day one on Game Pass. But we are not stopping with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We are also going on to another game that will be on Game Pass, and that is without a doubt Wucheng Fallen Dynasty. So move out, Black Myth Wukong. There's a new Chinese game on Tentong, and guess what? This game is looking fire. Not only are we getting some Dark Souls element when it comes to this game looks fast-paced like Ninja Gaiden, and also it looks graphically insane. So would this game be able to rival Black Myth Wukong when it comes to content, when it comes to gameplay, and when it comes to popularity? We'll have to wait and see. But so far, this game is day one on Game Pass. To believe a game like this is on Game Pass day one, so we see an Xbox again is cooking. So based on everything that was just shown, we could conclude that Xbox is one of the best platforms this generation, just based on what we said there so far. So while we are eating good when it comes to Xbox and games, the PlayStation fans are now attacking a new group. They are attacking the PC gamers. Wow, what would these guys not do? So let's look and see what they are saying about PC gamers. Not only that, but there's much more to discuss in this video. So you know what? Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So guys, we are on the road to 4,000 subscribers. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It will just take a second. Now, of course, you get great Xbox news, you get Xbox content, you get some Nintendo thrown in here every now and again. And of course, we specialize in the Sony pony sold. So if this type of content interests you, please consider subscribing today. Now let's get back to the video. First up, if you ask any Sony fan what they think about Game Pass as a business model, they would say it's the worst business model anyone could think about. Well, tell me, what do you think these ponies are going to say about this? Because yes, currently you could rent a PlayStation 5 or rent to own a PlayStation 5.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
As the store calls it, you could lease a PlayStation 5. So they complain about Game Pass. Let's see what they say about this. Next up, let's talk about the next Xbox. The PlayStation community and the ponies have been saying that there will be no more Xbox hardware. Yes, they said Xbox will not be making any more home consoles because Cracky Chan told them so. Because these ponies have to be smoking crack to think that Microsoft is not making another home console. But I digress. Let's listen to this report because it's being reported that here what? The next Call of Duty is being built from the ground up for the next generation of Xbox. Listen.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 in development for next-gen Xbox. Call of Duty Modern Warfare May 4th be released on the next Xbox console. A new leak claims that the game will be released in 2026 and that devs are working on it using development kits for the next-gen Xbox. It's unclear whether it will be a launch title for the new system or if it will be released for Xbox Series X first. Microsoft's next Xbox console may be the home of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 when it launches, according to a prominent leaker, while Xbox has made no official announcement about its next-gen system. The current console generation is quickly coming to an end as the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 enter their 5th year on the market. When a new Xbox console is revealed, Call of Duty could help bring players to the platform.
I'm a man of my word.
The Call of Duty franchise has been a huge economic boon for Microsoft since the company acquired Activision Blizzard. Sales of Black Ops 6 helped Microsoft become the world's top game publisher in late 2024, with more than half of that spending coming from Microsoft titles like COD on other platforms. Given how successful the franchise has been for the company, it makes sense that it may want to use it to bolster the launch of its next-gen hardware. Notable leaker The Ghost of Hope shared news regarding Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 on Twitter, saying it will be released sometime in 2026. Beyond that, they say devs are working on it using development kits for the next-gen Xbox. Reportedly, Call of Duty 2026 will skip the last gen. But if this rumor is true, it will appear on whatever follows the Series X and S to make up for the lack of Xbox One support. The Ghost of Hope did not specify if it would be a launch title for the next-gen Xbox or if it would come out on Series X first, and come to the newer platform once it releases. But either way, it could be a way for Microsoft to promote its latest system. It's worth noting that this report seemingly conflicts with some earlier rumors. One insider has claimed that the next-gen Xbox just received approval, so Microsoft would only be starting to make the first dev kits for the system, if that's true. As a Microsoft-owned franchise, Call of Duty may be able to get access to this hardware before other studios can use it, or teams could be using earlier prototypes. But the two rumors suggest slightly differing timelines. If the next Modern Warfare title is only in its planning stages, that may match up with the next-gen console not being as far along yet. But that would make a 2026 release difficult to accomplish.
So there you have it. If this rumor is true when it comes to the timeline of this next console, we could be seeing a new Xbox console late 2026 or early 2027. I mean, we would have to wait and see, but it's very clear that there is some sort of smoke around Call of Duty with the next Xbox hardware. Now, what would that mean for, Call of Duty? How would Microsoft implement that on their new console? The reporter is saying that, Microsoft might leverage having Call of Duty to sell their next platform. But I highly doubt Microsoft would leave that money on the table and, keep Call of Duty exclusive for the new Xbox. But again, these ponies are foolish to think that Microsoft will not come up with any other console. This and other rumors surrounding the next Xbox hardware so far is proving these guys to be not only crackheads, but these guys are crazy. And finally, let's talk about some layoffs. You see, it's very, very suspicious that PlayStation doing so well, selling 75 million consoles, selling software according to these ponies hands over feet. But yet still, there are reports that PlayStation has laid off a lot of workers. But you know what's funny? This guy that claims to be standing for truth, the guy who claims to be not a pony, he did not say anything about the layoffs happening at Sony. As a matter of fact, he's saying he doesn't have time to put it into his script.
I guess PlayStation fan not going to talk layoffs. I wrote my script last night and the PlayStation layoffs broke overnight. I didn't have time to add it to the show. I didn't even get it. I couldn't even get a count. I had one article. Kotaku had the article on it, and I was like, okay, if this continues to develop, we'll cover it. I can't do that. I can't just randomly add things to my script. I type that thing in the evening. So, you know, if you don't like that, then, you know, find a channel that's covering better than me.
And now all of a sudden, that guess what? He doesn't have time to squeeze in this bad PlayStation news here. But this goes to show the hypocrisy that is the pony community. But we will cover it. According to Kotaku, PlayStation hits with more layoffs following recent game cancellations. Sony's PlayStation Visual Arts team faces fresh cuts as the company continues to reorganizing. The PlayStation-owned studio Visual Arts was hit with fresh layoffs this week amid a further restructuring of Sony's US game development operations. While some of the cuts include staff who had contributed to recently cancelled projects like an upcoming live service game at Bend Studio, a source told Kotaku that the layoffs were more widespread than that. So yes, the PlayStation community is awfully quiet about all these layoffs. The PlayStation community has nothing to say about it. But it just goes to show that everything that they say is lies. They say that Sony is selling the best. They say Sony, has nothing to worry about. Then why are all these layoffs happening? If they are selling the best, if the software is selling the best, if everything is honky-dory in the PlayStation camp, then why are we seeing so many layoffs? It just goes to show that these guys know nothing and Sony is in bigger trouble than we think. But let me hear what you thought about all the information today. Let me hear what you thought about whether it be the new Xbox consoles, whether it be Sony's renting PlayStation 5 now, or it could be the layoffs. Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.